and welcome to Design or Design. My name is Maria and today we're going to be talking about textures, materials that are going to be trendy for spring, summer 2022. If this is the first time that you're clicking on my video, thank you very much for choosing to observe, participate, maybe even. I know it's sometimes maybe a little bit intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Anyway, so this is what my channel is about. I'm trying to make fashion more approachable, a little bit more sustainable, maybe kind of guide you in a certain direction if you need guidance. But if you just want to take a look at what was presented on the runway shows of some major houses during the fashion week and would like to see what will be in stores this spring summer, then I encourage you to keep watching. Let's just get started with this one. And I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record when I say that leather is still with us. Yes, we see leather in Christian Dior, either a little bit more of a shiny kind of a patent leather or a little bit muted. We also see leather in Balmain. Once again, we have the more shiny or just a regular kind, black leather, nude leather. We also have some leather in Bottega Veneta, Versace. Versace had quite a lot of the more reflective, more shiny leathers, more like patent leathers. Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, Max Mara, lots of different leathers. And black was not the only color leather there. In Max Mara show, we do see a few of different colored versions of leather. Probably it is faux leather, but you never know. Once again, Miu Miu had a few of the leather type blazers and jackets. This is nothing new, which means that this is an established trend. If you'd like to invest into it, it would be a smart investment because this is not going away anytime soon. In Alexander McQueen, we have a full suit of leather, some very fun leather accessories, a leather skirt, leather dresses. I just love that. Chanel had some leather type sets. Dolce Gabbana, of course. Even Michael Kors had a bralette and a longer skirt in leather, as well as a few dresses. We see a purple leather skirt and a blazer in Lanvin. We also see a leather in Yves Saint Laurent, as well as in Blue Marine, having some leather pants. Acne Studios had very cool designs in leather. Valentino, Altuzara, Tom Ford, you name it. Leather is still here, it's still with us, no matter what your preference is of it, whether you like it real leather, maybe you like faux leather. It is completely up to you. I haven't done enough research to figure out what is the best alternative to leather, to go natural or to go faux leather, vegan leather, but it seems like there is no good alternative, honestly. If you are going natural leather, then you're hurting animals. If you're going faux leather, then it is very bad for the environment with all the chemicals and treatments it has. And then once you're like used it all up and need to throw it away, it's basically like a plastic bag away. So anyways, I do need to do more research on it. So I'm not gonna talk any more further. But the next thing that I would like to talk about is, we kind of seen it already, but it's very shiny, either like patent leather or even latex. Latex, one of my dreams is to get a latex something. But oh my gosh, Versace had such amazing dresses and even some like head scarves in that material, so shiny. I just love it. Dior also having some latex kind of things. It's more plasticky rather than latex. We have some shiny material in Balmain, as well as in Simon Rocha had some very patent leather type jackets and a pair of thigh-high boots in that cherry red. Oh my goodness. Okay, and the same color jacket. Beautiful. We also see a few dresses or like skirts in rock, even like a super duper long train dress. Like, oh my gosh. And one in color as well. I just love it. I don't know. It just feels so mysterious and sexy. The only thing is I'm thinking like, why summer? Why spring summer? Maybe for people that live down in the southern hemisphere, but for the rest of us, it is not the time to wear leather or latex. It would be such a sweat fest in there. Don't want to imagine wearing that during the summer. We also have Vivienne Westwood having that blue, dark blue dress and a very, very light pink, kind of a latexy type dress. We also see that patent leather in a David Coma in the jacket format, as well as in Gucci had the tops in latex. Like, oh my gosh, I love it. We have them in nude and we have some in black. Such a great alternative to like a corset over top of a dress or a shirt. Like they styled it. Yeah, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. I just, yeah, love it. Love the combination of the two, of like regular clothes and latex. Anyways, so next one is kind of basic. It's the denim. Denim is always here and it's still here. So we have kind of denim on denim looks from a few different shows. We see it Bottega Veneta, we also see it in Versace, but in a lighter wash. We also see this in Louis Vuitton, just having the jacket. Etro, kind of just more of a hippie style, wider leg pant. No, yeah, notice that. It's happening, you guys. We also see denim in Isabelle Marant, some skirts, some dresses in this, like from Loewe, and as well as in Blue Marine, had some kind of faux denim dress. Like it just had the print. It is very 2000s. Like I just think back to it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know people who wore this before, and I'm not here for that at all. I don't know how I'm gonna survive the next few years, but we'll never know. Maybe it will be so pushed on me that I'll start liking it like the rest of the trends. But so right now, I'm not a fan of the 2YK. Okay, Alexander McQueen's denim dresses with the leather. Oh my gosh, yes, please. Like, Alexander McQueen can dress a fuller woman's body, and I am here for it. Design team for Alexander McQueen. If you ever need a model, I'll model for free as long as you'll get me there. Thank you. So here we are. We have some denim in Zimmerman. Once again, a wider pant and a shirt. We also have denim boots in Dolce & Gabbana. We have Dolce & Gabbana denim sets of jacket and stuff, but bedazzled. So bedazzled, you know, if it's bedazzled, then it's 2000s, 2YK. Yves Saint Laurent also had more of a wider, but kind of a slim wide shape. Like, I don't even know, like, not so much bell bottoms, but they kind of like did go out a little bit more. Anyways, yeah, once again, a few sets, wider leg. Unfortunately, more of a lower rise jean that we're seeing, but we're talking about denim. And yes, that's it. We ended this conversation. Let's move on to something else, shall we? Okay, and it's all about the shimmer. All about the shimmer. We have sequins, we have rhinestones, we have, what else is shiny? Like, yeah, we'll get more into it, but here we are. David Coma had so many sequins type dresses, all beautiful. I am in love with all of them. I was never really the sequins girl until now. Bedazzled hoodie, bedazzled pants, everything bedazzled. All right, Dolce & Gabbana had a few of the bathing suits, all bedazzled, or like just a bralette. We have a bedazzled blazer. We have bedazzled pants. We have bedazzled necklines and jewelry and just shimmering. Like, oh my goodness. We have that choker in a rhinestone kind of thing, like think Paris Hilton in the 2000s, and that top in the same version. Alexander McQueen had, I believe, 2 looks with the kind of shimmering blades of death. They're beautiful, but I think they would hurt so much if somebody like cut you with them. Okay, so Dior also had a few bedazzled looks, one in purple, one in yellow. They also had a lot of bedazzled mini skirts too. Not bedazzled, I guess they're like a little different. Anyways, so we have Lanvin with their blazer, but like, what is that material? I wouldn't even know. It has like little threads that are metallic-y. So we have a few different colored looks in that, even the shoes and the bags in that material. We also have some 3D kind of embroidery with those different types of sequins. Very beautiful. I like it a lot. Yeah, Lanvin had a lot of reflective surfaces in their show. Anyways, some shows had it more subtle, like in Balmain, just kind of the material that has threads of the shininess. We also see Bottega Veneta. It would be a simple top if it hadn't had that. I believe it's maybe a thread that's in there that's so shiny. I doubt it's all crystallized and bedazzled. That would take too much. And once again, sequence dresses here. Be a disco ball on the beach. That's what basically everybody's saying. Different colors. We have Versace, very, very bright, colorful dresses, but more like a metallic scheme. I don't think they're, or they are, maybe very, very tiny little sequins. We also have like the shimmering effect and so a few of the dresses. There is so many shows that have this, and I'm just overwhelmed with with all of them. Some Fendi, very beautiful maxi dresses with kind of different prints on them, but those prints are made in sequins or in like a shimmering some kind of a fabric. Very beautiful color combinations. Okay, and Loewe had a few dresses. I think there was like 3 dresses that were in the same cut but in different colors. Also, Miu Miu had that shimmering thing, whether it was rhinestones or like little glitter, I'm not sure. I think it's like sewn on beads, maybe even. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Alexander McQueen's. This is everything. Like, that gray blazer is something that I desire. I will probably have dreams about it later. Some dresses with more subtler and some more extravagant. Are those boots? Are those pants? I have no idea. But oh my goodness. So we do see a lot of kind of those net dresses with shimmery stuff. So we see it in rock, a transparent dress. We see once again in rock kind of a bodysuit or a pair of leggings like that. We've seen that in Burberry also, kind of that tight bodysuit of meshed bedazzleness. Very, very, very shiny. Chanel had the shimmery fabric in their classic jackets and pants. Michael Kors had a few very subtle colored dresses all in sequins. So whether it's like black or nude, there was one in brown. Very beautiful and not too much in your face. It's kind of like there is more play on texture rather than just surprise. The Versace Fendi collaboration, we had a few of those beautiful shimmering dresses and very, very reminiscent of the Versace show. Like, I wonder why. Stella McCartney once again had more of a transparent version of a top, of a dress, and once again a pair of pants. This combination is so, like, I've seen it so many times, of having a trench coat and a pair of shimmering pants. I really like that combination. Valentino also had a few very, very extravagant dresses. In Tom Ford, half of the show was sequins. Everything was very bright. Everything was very in your face, really bright color combinations, and like all in sequins, or maybe there's some metallic showing. Once again, the little chokers in that sequence or crystallized, maybe. Missoni also had a few dresses in sequins. Mostly it would be kind of a mini dress of some sort, or maybe it's a knitted dress with like the yarn having a little shimmer in there too. Gucci had some crazy out there full gowns of glitter, or is it sequins? Probably sequins. Oh my gosh, that dress with the feathers, so beautiful. Anyways, yeah, I'm a fan of Gucci, although like not everything is super wearable, but it is different. It is definitely out there. So just as much as we see the sequins, we also see lots of metallics on the runways. They kind of go kind of hand in hand, honestly. David Coma had lots of metallic pants and even a full maxi skirt with a hood. We also had a few metallic dresses from Lanvin Gucci, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, like an Egyptian theme, kind of a Cleopatra wings kind of a thing. Christopher Kane also had a few metallics, whether it's kind of a pleated dress with a cape or just a top or just a skirt in that very shimmery fabric that we already kind of talked about it, but here there's more of it, you guys. So you know it's happening, it's there. Loewe had this very interesting way of wearing the trench backwards and having the back of it metallized. A few dresses also with a really weird shape of the metallic part. We also see a few like different metallic-y kind of pants in Isabel Marant, and or like a full suit of that. Fendi had kind of a silky satin gold sheen look or two in there. Tom Ford had lots of chains attached to like a jacket. We also see that chain thing in Balmain, but we'll get to it later. So lots of different types, whether it's silver or maybe gold, kind of a metallic scheme. Maybe it's even in a different color completely. Okay, so Balmain had actual chain top. Like, I don't know how it works. It looks, I don't know. It's not one of my favorite. It seems like a kind of a Halloween costume, or maybe like making fun of some kind of like a rapper or something. A lot of chain edited to the garments, whether it's like piping it or maybe it's just completely made out of it, out of chains, like on top of the garments. There's lots of chains. We see Altuzara also having that gold. Also in the Fendi Versace collaboration, we have a few of just gold items. Very metallic, you guys. Versace had that the same material, I believe, than that the colorful dresses had. This time it's silver. Okay, let's move on to sheerness. So summer sheer. Okay, I get that. So we see Rick Owens having some layeredness in this show. So we kind of have maybe bathing suits on the bottom, and having even like a maxi sheer dress over top with maybe a kind of a hood or just like some crazy shoes in that. Lots of sheerness, like a full gown of sheer dress, or maybe is like that rusty orange. Beautiful. We also see a lot of lace type sheer items, like in Tom Ford, for instance, having that the pants with some lace and the little top with that lace as well, so it's sheer still. We also see maybe the items is sparkly at the same time and still sheer, like in David Coma, or maybe it is way more simple and just a little bit sheer, nothing too crazy. Valentino had a few tops, and it seems like not a lot of the models are wearing bras underneath. I don't know if that's like a super wearable look for everyday life, but you never know. Acne Studios had a lot of sheer moments as well, and they were kind of layering sheer on sheer and creating many different layers of that. We did see a lot of those kind of sheer on sheerness in a few previous seasons of layering it, but it was kind of more of a cutouts kind of a dress situation. Blue Marine had a lot of very flowy, kind of a ruffled dresses and tops and shirts and like longer shirts and even pants. A sheer pant is not my favorite. option ever. Like whatever you're looking for leggings, sheerness is definitely not one of the things that you're looking for. But you know, I don't know, maybe it's all gonna change and all the cheap leggings that we were avoiding, we'll start wearing them now. Christopher Kane had some knits, beautiful dresses with very unique details, kind of a plaited but not really. The pink dress with a very transparent bottom, and Alexander McQueen had this beautiful gown in this dusty kind of yellow, very beautiful, very elegant, but everything was kind of covered. Like I would think if any designer would show off breasts, it would be Alexander McQueen's show, but everything was very covered. Although there was sheer fabric was used, but nothing was overexposed, which I loved. Sport Max had a few of the sheer moments. Once again, the sheer on sheer action. Some dresses with maybe like sheer bralettes underneath or maybe on top, I don't know. We have a lot of those sheer dresses with maybe a pair of pants underneath. Simon Rocha had also a few dresses in sheer, layering them with kind of a granny panty, a luxurious granny panty, probably with some rhinestones in there, but it's still a granny panty. I love granny panties, by the way. Those are my favorite. I'm not even kidding. Like high-waisted underwear, mwah, my favorite. I'm wearing one right now. Okay, anyways, once again, we having some lacy sheer items in Isabel Marant. We have more sheer skirts in Fendi, and more of that. Is it lace? Still sheer, very beautiful. I love it. Zimmerman had sheer material, like sheer mesh, but it was all gathered, so it wasn't super transparent in the places where it didn't need to be. And some beautiful, like Zimmerman, gorgeous, gorgeous details on your dresses. So I can't say anything else. Dior had a few of a button-up shirts that had like a non-transparent panel in the front, and then the sides were transparent. Also a few of dresses in that transparent fabric. Balmain had a kind of a cover-up in transparent fabric as well. How is this transparent? I don't know. Louis Vuitton had a black transparent clear fabric, as well as Givenchy with a few of the same looking dress with the ruffle at the bottom, and two tops, one in like blue and one in yellow, in that transparent. And the winner of the transparent trend is Loewe with a few dresses, maxi dresses with a clear plastic panel of the bust. I am not sure what they were where they were trying to do, but I'm not loving it. All right, Dolce & Gabbana had many of the lace transparent items. In Dolce & Gabbana, there's always also just a sheer but having like a print on it, like maybe floral. We also have more of a lacy type sheerness coming from Michael Kors, as well as some sheer net things from Yves Saint Laurent, like a dress, just a net. We have a beautiful Vivienne Westwood cover-up. I believe it's a cover-up, more in a lace type of fabric. There is some sheer knitted dress from Missoni. And of course, we have in Gucci some lace type dresses, some just like a very that black dress with those sleeves, kind of those glove sleeves. I love it. We even have a men's suit in a lace that is transparent, you guys. Oh, that orange skirt is breathtaking. Purple dress, green lace dress. Oh my gosh, that gorgeous. Okay, I am losing words now, so let's just continue to a different trend. Okay, so we see a lot of feathers, or maybe it's fur. Well, this is definitely feathers. So in David Coma, we see quite a large amount of feathers, whether it's like a trim on the dress, or maybe it's around the neck, or maybe it's just the skirt by itself, the detail around a boot. Like, Oh my goodness, those are amazing. I love them. And we also see these feathers in mosquito show in a few different colors. Fendi had a full jacket in feathers, in that spiral, going and on a spiral with different colors. Very beautiful. Max Mara had a weird skirt and a dress with the feathers just kind of sticking out. It's interesting. Notice how I say interesting. Gucci also had a few of dresses and capes in feathers. I love it, and very similar texture to the feathers. I would consider kind of having maybe fur in there too. So we do see a lot of fuzziness. Maybe it's faux fur, maybe it's not. So in Burberry, we have some really odd texture. Maybe it's like kind of a sheepskin, but it also had kind of a weird tail on the side. We also see lots and lots of this in Fendi show, lots of furs. Of course, Fendi is going to have furs in their show. It wouldn't be Fendi if they didn't. We also see in Gucci, I believe this is faux fur because it doesn't really look like it might be real, but you never know. Yeah, I think it is faux fur. Anyways, so very interesting colors choices in that. If you'd like to support me in making more of these videos, please like this video and maybe leave a little comment below. If you're not already subscribed, then maybe do so. All right, thank you. Okay, you guys, let's move on to silky, silky silk. Silky silk, 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 silk. Doesn't have to be silk, but can still be shiny. Satin. That's the one. So a satin weave. Here we go. Very silky, satiny, shiny, very smooth fabrics. We see this even in Rick Owens. We see this, a lot of it in Tom Ford. If like an outfit had to have something shiny, whether it's patent leather or sequins or this satin material. We had that in pants, we had that in jackets, or like a full outfit out of it. Just very, very satin. We also seen this satin used in blue marine, very nice shades of different colors in that. Christopher Kane has some interestingly shaped satiny dresses that I don't really understand fully why they are that way. Dior had kind of a boxer type of, you know, like those boxer shorts that are usually satin. So we have plenty of those on the runways with maybe a paired jacket or a paired top of some sort. I just noticed that Dior had a lot of like second skin on there. So that's interesting. I thought they were like worn on a nude body, but they're not. They have a second skin underneath. That's interesting. Anyways, let's move on. We have a beautiful Balmain, kind of a robe type dress. We see some silkiness in Louis Vuitton. We also see this in Etro show, having the suit and silky and a pair of pants and a shirt in that material. Fendi also had a suit and a few suits and a few dresses in that satiny. Miu Miu had a few suits, bedazzled, and a few dresses in that satin silky material. Also, Lanvin had a few dresses. Prada had two mini skirts with a long train and two dresses in different colors, one in yellow, one in orange. We see the satin odd dress in Rock Moschino show, very bright colors, very satiny. Gucci had some amazing examples of using the silky satin material in their suits, in their dresses, skirts. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just drooling. Like, I need to take a moment to to wipe off my drool before I can continue. Just a moment. Okay, another type of texture that we see a lot is the fringe. And it is not very new to anybody, right? But there are a lot of it, whether it's short or maybe it's a little bit longer, maybe it's made out of chains. I just wonder how heavy that thing is. Or it is kind of strips of fabric that are out, like in Balmain. We also see a lot of it in very, very shimmery skirts and dresses, like the Roaring Twenties type, but made out of like crystals. We also see all that in Gucci. We see this in Burberry, but not super fancy, just kind of if fabric was cut into pieces kind of a thing. I know that we've seen this jacket in from Lanvin already, but it's kind of a fringe. I would imagine maybe not like too much, but anyways, we also see fringe in Chloe having kind of either very, very long strips or maybe there was some type of a rope arrangement and then it kind of goes into single strings. We also see this in Blue Marine, kind of the tops that a lot of us had, of where the bottoms were fringed by just cutting it up. There are lots of kind of macrame type tops. Like there was a full stage of it for our houses. Why not start wearing it on our bodies, right? So this is kind of fun. I haven't really seen anything like this before, but there's so much, and the ends of it of course are fringed. We see those dresses or maybe tops or maybe even just like an accessory around the neck, and we will get to that in just a little bit. Stella McCartney also had kind of fabricy type fringe going off of their dresses or maybe tops. We also have Salvatore Ferragamo having like a shredded effect on one of their dresses. Beautiful, gorgeous Fendi dress. Just the movement is so beautiful. The next one is kind of well, not obvious. I don't know. Yeah, I still need to figure out if I like this one or not. And it is Crochet. In this, I'm also going to include the macrame that I've just mentioned a few minutes earlier. And we see in Etro, we see a lot of crochet tops. Also, lots of kind of a knot work, like in Balmain. I don't think that this is crochet. It looks like knots in a particular manner. But in Rick Owens, they had very, very kind of loose knit with maybe even holes. I think this is such a complicated outfit to put on if you don't know how to put it on. Anyways, so we also see some knits in Givenchy of like very interesting imagery. We have some sweaters from Isabel Marant. Miu Miu also had some very cropped sweater type sleeves. Chanel had a few, like maybe 2 or 3 looks in that knitted material. Anna Sui had the definition of crochet with having those kind of square patches of different colored flowers. We see the bralettes and maybe like a little sweater on top of it, even a hair scarf crocheted. Loving this kind of a rainbow effect top, and maybe even the necklace was crocheted. On a little less statement note, we see a kind of a knitted bralette from Michael Kors. We see a lot Regina Pio, I still don't know how to pronounce her name, but the kind of a set of a bralette and a pants of a sweater, maybe even like kind of a knot type crocheted wider leg pant as well, and a strapless bralette. That one I actually like. Anyways, Ultra Zara had a lot of knitted dresses and knitted kind of just like extra little things, whether they were sewn on or like a part of the garment or maybe they're kind of an accessory, like for instance this bralette that was on top of the dress and the like a little choker thing with I'm not sure what exactly it is. Is it a dress? Is it a top? I'm not sure, but I love it. A knitted set from Vivienne Westwood in pink. We also see like a pair of a really weird outfit with a knitted bikini. Salvatore Ferragamo also having kind of shorts and a vest pairing of that knitted. Acne Studio having lots of like skin tight, knitted with like holes and stuff, like so somewhat transparent. They had lots of bags that were crocheted with crochet flower, just like this top right here that we're looking at. Stella McCartney had more of a bigger Holden knits as sweaters. We also have some knits and a blue marine having like little butterflies, or maybe just a straight out knitted top. So this completes my list of kind of textures that were present on the runways. It could seem like all of them were present, but I'm pretty sure not all. Let me know down in the comments below which one you kind of are sick of, maybe which one you're really looking forward to. I really appreciate you watching this video to the end. If you're not already subscribed and you're still here, maybe consider to do so. This is just one of many videos that I'm providing for the trends for spring summer, so maybe check them out below, or maybe there's gonna be like an end screen video thing playlist. I hope you have a great day, and yeah, stay classy. Bye.